charge-offs or collections because they giving me a hard time deleting the accounts that's from 2015 to 2016. They're saying that it has to be from the exact date that the account was open and not the reported date or something like that. That's the only way that
For
they can
what?
delete it.
No,
For
that's a
a
lie. It's the date when the account went delinquent. The clock
Right.
starts
Okay.
from
So
then the account got delinquent. For the
yeah. So
7-year
they telling
rule,
me.
there's
Yeah.
two
So they telling
7-year
me
rule.
that. Okay. Right. And they're
If
telling me that that it has to be once it reported. So that's the only way it can be deleted. Even though it's from 2015, I have to wait till next year or 2016. I have to wait till next year to the day it was actually opened or something like
no,
that instead of the day it was reported.
no, we're gonna go over charge off. We're not gonna wait that long. Koi just got 2 charge offs deleted. We're not waiting on nobody for nothing. Nope, we're not. We're just not.
Okay. So I
All
just
right.
wanted to know,
Corinda got her
was
charge
that
off
true?
deleted. Yeah,
Yeah, I was
we're not.
talking to Corinda. She the one who told me, so I ended up calling, and that's what they told me. And I was like, really? Like, okay. And so
No,
I'll just wait till class and see.
we are not feeding into their propaganda. Their job is to mislead us. We will not go into their propaganda. All right. So
Okay.
charge off is Thursday. Thursday, we're gonna revisit this Thursday. Who knows? I might even build you a personal letter here. So we will not fall into their propaganda. We're just not. We're not.
Okay. And one last question. For the inquiry, is there a new inquiry letter? Because
Yes, there's 2 new
things.
ones.
Okay, good.
There's
All
two
right.
new inquiry letters. One that you can send to the creditor and one that you can send to the consumer reporting agency. I recommend sending both letters out at the same time.
Okay, to each
Yep.
entity. Okay. Okay. And that was all I had.
Awesome
All
sauce.
right, thank you.
All right. Welcome, 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 everyone. Welcome. What you just heard was the tail end of the VIP/ultra session with our students that I'm hearing a feedback somewhere. Got it. All right. What you just heard is the tail end of our Q&A, and I'm telling you guys, it was phenomenal. Now, today is a very special day because I am doing what is called a one-day pass. So some of y'all that are on YouTube, you will see exactly what goes on our challenge for one day and one day only. So if y'all need to get in the room, y'all know that the links are going to be inside the chat box. The links are going to be in the Facebook group. So make sure that you guys are locked in. Guys, could we just tell them real quick what they missed? Because they be thinking I'm over here joking. Can we just unmute and tell them what they missed?
It missed the sauce.
Fire! Bullshit, man.
Everything. The sauce. It was fire.
I can't even explain what they missed.
Smoke.
They missed the greatest technique.
All the smoke.
On
Let's go.
fire.
Guys missed it.
All the smoke. Let's
I
go.
need it.
Right.
Late.
Man, come on,
A
get
lot of
premium, man.
gems.
Everybody
Let's go.
premium.
Thank you very much. All
All
right,
the
so
smoke.
guys,
Let's go.
Nah,
thank
yo,
you.
we gotta go to the university.
Guys on YouTube, guys in the Facebook
Let's
group,
eat, baby.
I'm telling y'all missed a lot. And it's important that you guys get in the room. But because a lot of you're seeing me for the first time, this is why I'm giving you guys a taste of what a one-day pass is like to show y'all what you're actually missing out. So right now on today's episode, or I say today's episode, I'm turning this into a whole podcast. In today's class, we're going to be going over a few things. So I'm going to transition over right now to, where is it? Number 3. Okay, there we go. So we're going to transition over now to the vibe board where we're going to go in today's lesson and we're going to really dive into the nuances of day 2. All right. So audio check 1, 2. How do you read me? Let me see it in the chat. Is my audio good? Can you hear me? Audio is good. All right, great. Let me see them fires in the chat. So for today, right? So for today, what we're going to be going over is we're going to be going over day 2. So day 2, we're going to talk about deleting utilizations, auto loan, late payments. Then we're going to go into lead conversion, social media monetization. And for those of you that are here, you know that this part is key into driving a lot of traffic to your business and getting the best out of what you need to get done. So day number 2, right? Late payments, utilization, deleting auto loans, deleting mortgage. A lot of people don't know.
No.
Great, I'm hearing a feedback somewhere. Ladies and gentlemen, could you check your mics for me? Just to make sure that we're on.
I'm sorry,
mute.
I didn't hear you. In a few words, tell me again, lawyer. I'm sorry, I still didn't get that.
Too.
Let's try it a different way. To make a payment, press 1. To verify.
Let's get it. Somebody's making a payment. Siri, I'll talk to Siri later. All right, cool. So mortgage utilizations, late payment, and auto loans. A lot of people, you'll hear people with limited beliefs. You'll hear a lot of people say, oh, you can't delete a mortgage from your consumer. You can't delete an auto loan if it's open. We know that is not true because we've deleted several mortgages. We've also deleted several auto loans. All right. So we're gonna go into them right now and we're gonna get it going. So okay, that's your testimonial. So let's go into the drive. Where is the drive? Now, there's some new information, guys. New information fresh off the press. Now, there's 2 types of late payment letter. There's a late payment letter that you send to the creditor, and there's a late payment letter that you send to the consumer reporting agency. The language is different, and I want you guys to comprehend the language being used. All right? I want you guys to comprehend the language being used and make notes of the differences in the language. So the first letter we're going to look at is the letter that we're sending to the consumer reporting agencies, right? Now, this is where you put your name, Experian, Equifax, or TransUnion, whoever it is, right? You want to put the consumer report number. And we're going to start off and letting them know that notice to agent is notice to principal, notice to principal is notice to agent. Let me see some fire in the chat. Or better yet, let me see some paper in the chat if you guys are able to see that the letter that's on the screen. Drop that paper in the chat, drop that pencil in the chat. If you're able to see the letter and you're about to take your notes, let me see some paper and let me see some pencils in the chat. All right, I'm seeing key, I'm seeing everything. And if y'all know that I'm the GOAT, let's put some GOAT in the chat. All right, put some fire in the chat. Put some GOAT in the chat. We're about to make curry goat right now. It's about to go crazy. All right. Y'all can tell I'm hungry. I'm over here thinking about curry goat. Oh my God. All right. So, so we're starting off the letter. Notice to agent is notice to principal. Notice to principal is notice to agent. Can someone tell me why that statement is so important? Notice to principal is notice to agent. Notice to agent is notice to principal. Why do you guys think I have that on the letter? To take a sip of the Credit Hero one. All right. Why do you think the notice is very important? Drop it in the chat for me.
So whoever received it, get it, and then somebody has received it from the company.
All right. So great point. So the notice to agent, notice to principal, whoever receives it in the organization, the whole organization, chain of command is put on notice, including it is their responsibility to bring this letter to legal if it needs to go there, right? So I have received a copy of my consumer report, and I noticed that you have furnished transactions on my consumer report that is excluded by law as per 15 U.S.C. 1681 A2A1. Exclusion, except as provided in paragraph 3, the term consumer report does not include report containing information solely as to transactions or experiences between the consumer and the person making the report. A consumer's transactions are excluded from the consumer reports. FICO and or any other risk score or algorithm that you use to calculate a consumer's credit score is not a factor where the consumer report is concerned. Definition of what a consumer report means. And now I'm telling them exactly what the law says the consumer report means. The term consumer report means any written, oral, or other communication of any information by a consumer reporting agency bearing on a consumer's creditworthiness, credit standing, credit capacity, character, general reputation, personal characteristics, or mode of living, which is used or expected to be used or collected in whole or in part for the purpose of serving as a factor in establishing the consumer's eligibility for A, credit or insurance to be used primarily for personal, family, or household purposes, B, employment purposes, or C, any purpose authorized under 1681B. FICO or none of its factors are not defined or included in the definition of the consumer report. Therefore, the reporting of transactions between the consumer, me, and the person, this is where you want to put the bank now. So if it's Bank of America that's reporting late payment on your consumer report, you're going to put their name there, right? Is a violation of 15 U.S.C. 1681A. The definition of the consumer report does not include FICO or Vantage, which makes their factors or algorithm not a factor where the consumer report is concerned. You have furnished transaction information on the following accounts. Someone had asked earlier, if I have multiple late payments, do I list them? Well, this letter now gives you an ability to list multiple late payments when it's being addressed to the consumer reporting agency. So where it says, put the person and bank, if there is several banks, you want to list those names. And when it comes down to list the accounts with the late payments, you want to list the bank and you want to list the late payment that corresponds with it. Only on the letter that you are sending to the consumer reporting agency. If you're sending the late payment letter to the creditor, it's only the late payment that goes with that creditor. Do not include other late payments that with a different bank. Is that crystal clear? Let me know, guys. Drop it in the chat. I need to know that you guys comprehend the assignment. There is one letter that you send to the consumer reporting agency, which is this one that I'm reading. But there's another one that I'm going to go over after this. So that one now you send to a creditor. The languages are completely different. And I need to make sure that you guys comprehend and you comprehend the assignment, right? So in this case, I'm using Bank of America as an example. Bank of America has been charged fraudulent late. Bank of America has charged fraudulent late fees. In addition, inserted late payments on my consumer report. All payments were made on time. All payments were exact, and all payments were made on their respective due date, right? And then now I have this statement here talking about how Bank of America got sued by the CFPB for over 250 million, right? So Bank of America has harmed hundreds and thousands of consumers. So if you have a Bank of America late payment, there's not much modification you need to do to this letter. You can just use it because there's not much modification to be done for it, right? Deploy double dipping. So this is where I'm going into the Bank of America. But then now there's another part of the law, which is 15 U.S.C. 1666B, where I go into what? Time to make payments. A creditor may not treat a payment on a credit card account under an open-end consumer credit plan as late for any purpose, right? That is what 15 U.S.C. 1666B speaks about. And this is where now we're going to list the late payments and we're going to demand that they delete the late payments from the consumer report. Next up, let's see. So the next late payment letter I'm going to read now is a late payment letter that you send to the creditor, right? So basically it has the information that, let me see. Very concerned. Okay. So the part at the top is really self-explanatory, ladies and gentlemen. Why is this thing not zooming? Zoom. All right. Are you guys able to see it? I hope you can see it. For some reason, the board is not zooming.
Too small.
Hold up. I think I figured it out. I got it. Let me close it and open it. I'm not sure why it's this small and it's not. I don't know why it's not loading. Let's do this. Let me reopen it. All right, still nothing. All right, let me go inside the FICO ebook. For some reason, this one is not zooming. Don't know why, but let me get back into the FICO ebook and I'm gonna pull up the late payment letter. Give me 2 seconds. Let me find this late payment letter. All right. Should be on page 75.
I think it's 69.
69. Thank you very much. See, I love when y'all be reading the stuff, you know. Tremendous help. Thank you. Here we go. And we're able to zoom. All right. So this is a late payment letter that is sent to the creditor that furnished the late payment. So shout out to you who just put me on game. Thank you very much. All right. To whom it may concern, right? Say again?
I said, thanks to you.
Most definitely, most definitely. So remember the language from the first letter. That letter was addressed to who? A consumer reporting agency. Now I want you guys to pay attention to the language used here that's directed to a creditor. And you guys will, you're going to hear the tone, the language, and the words being used are completely different from the ones that are being addressed to the consumer reporting agency. So late payment sent to creditor, right? So at the top, you have your name, address, city, zip, state, the date, and then underneath, you're going to have the creditor's name, creditor's address, the account number, right? To whom it may concern, I recently received a copy of my, you can put if it's the Experian, Equifax, or TransUnion, whichever one it is, credit report. And I noticed that some transactions posted on my credit report that is excluded by federal laws, right? So another identification here, team, on page 69, this should be by federal law, not my federal law. I'm not sure why Google does weird stuff to my documents, but whatever. So we'll just identify this my needs to be changed to a by right here on page 69. All right, federal laws to my consumer reports. So you want to list now the name of the accounts with the late payments with that account number. So if it's a creditor, the account number, and then now you can list, you know how it says 30 days late, 60 days late, 90 days late? You want to list those now. So this is the account, and you want to list what month they have the lates under, right? Your company is in violation of the FCRA and Metro 2 compliance and reporting violation, right? 15 USC 1681 AD 2A1. Exclusion except as provided in paragraph 3, the term consumer report does not include, and we go down, report containing information solely as to what? Transactions or experiences between the consumer and the person making the report. On whatever date the late payment was there, you reported transactions from my account. You want to list the account number to my consumer report. The above section 15 U.S. 1681 82A1 clearly states that transactions between the consumer and the person / corporation making the report is not included on the consumer reports. Yet you are reporting this information to my consumer report. the reporting of excluded information per Psalm 15 USC 1681 AD 2A1 to a consumer report is a clear violation of Metro 2 compliance. Provide me with the Metro 2 compliance disclosure on reporting transactions to a consumer reporting agency. Can you guys see now how different this late payment letter is compared to the previous one? Does anybody pick up the difference in the language?
I did.
That's why you got them 9 late payments deleted.
Yes, it's very different. I can see it.
So now I'm saying now I need the transactions reported on whatever date deleted from my consumer report, what? Effective immediately. Now, before you think you can reply with validated, let's be clear. I am not asking you to validate or verify anything. So don't respond telling me that to waste my time. So what I'm doing now is this. Listen, you're going to respond with some BS. I already know the game, bro. I'm telling you, I'm not here to ask for validation. I'm not here to ask for verification. Do not reply to me with that. I don't want that stuff. So I'm cutting that right off the rip before they even think about stalling, right? Furthermore, 15 USC 1666 BA, time to make payments. A creditor may not treat a payment on a credit card account under an open and consumer credit plan as late for any purpose. I need the above transactions deleted from my consumer report. And this is where now you just list them if you want right here, or you could list them above and get those late payments deleted. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see and do you hear the difference in the language when it comes to the consumer report, when it comes to the consumer reporting agencies, when it comes to the creditor? It's important that you know the language, and this is why we get the most deletions in the credit game, because we comprehend the language. In consumer law, we are studying the language. We are studying what Congress is saying. We are studying what language is being used, and this is how we are getting these deletions. So that is how Hoy got her 9 late payments deleted. This is how you delete late payments. Drop some fire in the chat. Drop the goat in the chat, because the credit hero is on fire. All right. So next, we're going to speak on, that was the FICO ebook, day number 2. All right, late payments. All right, so let's talk about deleting utilization now, right? Deleting utilization is very similar to late payment. It's a twin letter taken from the exact section of the law. It's a twin letter. So I don't have to really go over the utilization letter, because the same explanation that I just gave for the late payment is just you're changing the word from transactions to experience, and that's the only difference with the word, right? So there's not much to speak on when it comes to the utilization, because utilization and late payment are twin letters. They are in the same section of the law. Now, what really is getting a lot of people that I've seen in the request that's been coming in is auto loans. Doreen, how do I delete an open auto loan from my credit? Is it even possible to delete auto loans from my credit? The answer to that is yes. You can delete any account from your consumer report. So when we talk about the auto letter, right? Your name, city, zip, the date, then you want to go to the contract, right? Because it's important that you know who the finance company is. So if you look on the retail installment contract, what you're going to see on the retail installment contract is you're going to see creditor. The creditor normally 9 times out of 10 is the dealership, right? The dealership is normally the creditor. However, the dealership normally assigns that contract to a finance company if they didn't do dealership finance. But the thing about the contract now is this. You have the dealer or the dealership reporting as the creditor. That's on paper. But you have a finance company that got an assigned a contract. They're being listed as the creditor. Well, the contract that I have states in, I'm hearing a feedback somewhere. Emil, could you find that feedback for me? The contract itself states that the dealership is the creditor. So how is the dealership the creditor? But then I have Capital One, Wells Fargo, Bank of America reporting on the consumer report that they're a creditor. That don't make sense. Something's wrong there, right? So this is where now we put the finance company name and then we put the original seller, which is the car dealer, which is who you got the car from. Now, if you had gotten an auto loan, there's a difference between a retail installment contract and an auto loan. An auto loan is when you get a pre-approval from a bank and you take that check and you go buy the car. That's an auto loan, right? When you go to a dealership and they do the assignment of the contract, and if it wasn't dealer finance, that is a retail installment contract. It is not an auto loan. So reporting an account that got assigned to a finance company as an auto loan is an inaccurate account because it's not an auto loan. It is a retail installment contract. An auto loan, you get a pre-approval. If you did not get a pre-approval, it's not an auto loan. It's a retail installment contract. Are we good? Did everybody get what I just said? Let me see them fires coming in the chat, guys. Let me see them fires coming in the chat. And also, guys, if you hear me spitting some good game, you can do a screen record. You can put it on your stories. You can tag me. We repost all of that. Let people know what they're doing. YouTube and Facebook. I'm telling y'all, y'all been missing out. So, Emil, Gladys, I need y'all inside of YouTube, inside of Facebook, dropping that link because I know you're like, damn, I'm on this YouTube not getting the whole game. Let me get on this challenge. Yes, you are invited. We welcome you with open arms. The key is to get in the room. The links will be in the comment section. The link will be posted in the Facebook group. Let's go. You only have a few hours left. That's it. After today, if you're not in the challenge, you won't have access to this again. I'm just saying. So now, let's talk about notice to agent is notice to principal, and notice to principal is notice to agent, right? At the top right here, we have re-account number. The financial institution, they're going to have an account number for you. You can find that on the retail installment contract. But at the same time, the creditor or the car dealership, you might get assigned an account as well. So you can put it there. So if the model of the car is a, let's say it's a Mercedes-Benz, right? And then the model is a AMG GLE. You want to put that there. And then the VIN number, you want to put the VIN number there. So that's how you fill out this part of the information, right? I've gotten a lot of questions saying, Doreen, I don't know what to put there. Well, that's what you put there. Now, when it comes to whom it may concern, I recently reviewed a copy of my credit report and I noticed some accounts, depending if it's one or two, you want to use account or accounts on my consumer report that should not be there. I demand the below accounts be deleted from my consumer report immediately. Now, this is where you list the accounts to be deleted. The reporting of these accounts is, if it's one, or if it's plural, violations of 15 U.S.C. 1681A, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, 15 U.S.C. 1681A to B, right? Exclusions, except as provided in paragraph 3, the term consumer report does not include, and B says, any authorization or approval of a specific extension of credit directly or indirectly by the issuer of a credit card or similar device. So let me explain. Under the Truth in Lending Act, 15 U.S.C. 1602, credit card is defined as the following. The term credit card means any card plate, coupon, book, or other credit device existing for the purpose of obtaining money, property, labor, or services on credit. Well, when you go to apply for a loan, when you go to apply for a student loan, when you go apply for anything financial, what do they always ask for? Your social security card. They also ask for your driver's license or your ID. Those by definition make them what? Credit cards. So I am writing in regard to the above referenced accounts and transaction. This vehicle was purchased at whatever dealership it was, date, whatever date it was. I have recently come across information from the Federal Trade Commission, more specifically, the Gramm-Leach-Bailey Act, 15 U.S.C. 6802, obligations with respect to disclosures of personal information. Now, except as otherwise provided in this subchapter, a financial institution may not directly, through or any affiliate, disclose to a non-affiliated third party any non-public personal information unless the financial institution provides or has provided the consumer with a notice that corresponds with section 6803 of the statute. And B says opt out. In general, a financial institution may not disclose, they may not share your information with a non-public personal information to a non-affiliated third party unless A, such financial institution clearly and conspicuously discloses to the consumer in writing or in electronic form or other forms permitted by the regulation prescribed under section 6804 of the statute that such information may be disclosed to such third party. They must tell you that we are going to disclose your non-public personal information. It's not a secret. They must let you know. The second thing they have to tell you is that the consumer is given the opportunity before the time that such information is initially disclosed to direct that such information not be disclosed to such third party. If they say, hey, Lorraine, we're going to report your information to Experian, you have the ability to say yes or no if you want this information reported. Your job now as a consumer is to say what? No. And they should give you the opportunity and grant you that right. It is in the law, it is in the disclosure. So they must tell you, and if you decide that no, I don't want it reported, the account shouldn't get reported. Before any account gets reported to your consumer report, you must be given these 3 disclosures. Well, guess what? How many people on here has ever gotten those disclosures? Let me see your hands. Remember when you went to the car dealership? How many people ever got that disclosure? Come on, let me see it in the chat, guys. They never gave it to y'all. What they tell you is that, oh, we're going to report your information to the consumer reporting agency. Well, that's one disclosure. What happened to the other 2 disclosures that the law says you must give? What happened to those? What happened to those disclosures that the law says they should have given you? Where are those disclosures? You never got them. So now, what C says is the consumer is given an explanation of how the consumer can exercise that non-disclosure option. So when you decide not to have that information reported, right? When you decide that that information, I don't want it reported, their responsibility, their job is to tell you, the consumer, how you go about exercising this non-disclosure option. I hope somebody heard me in the back. If you're in the back and you heard me, let me see y'all drop me in the chat. So guys, I'm telling you, anything on your credit, any single account, anything on your credit can be deleted with consumer laws. The key is knowing what laws apply to what accounts. Right? So now, there's a rule that I want you guys to see. It's called the holder's rule. Right? And the holder's rule, let's go straight to the Federal Trade Commission, because we want to make sure that we're getting our information from sources. And as you guys can see right here, look what it says. An official website of the United States government. It is important that we comprehend where we are getting our information from. This is coming straight from their website, straight from the government website. So now let's see what they're saying, right? FTC issues advisory opinion on the holder rule and attorney fees and costs. The Federal Trade Commission has issued an advisory opinion stating that the holder's rule does not prevent state law from providing costs or attorney fees against loan holders, as some courts have incorrectly concluded. So what this is saying is this: when Capital One never gave you your disclosures, and you sue Capital One for your disclosures, right? And you win, they are, so if the state law that the state that you're in, the state law should also put into place where a reimbursement of your attorney fees need to be reimbursed to your attorneys. However, courts before, they were excluding the attorney fees from the settlement. So what the FTC did was it made an advisory opinion that they cannot do that anymore. You win the case, you get your attorney's fee reimbursed, right? Now, the holder rule protects who? The consumer. The holder rule protects the consumers who entered credit contracts by preserving their right to assert, by preserving their right to assert claims and defenses against any holder of certain loans or credit sale contracts, your retail installment contracts. So the auto loans apply to this section, right? Even if the loans or contracts are what? Assigned to a third party. Did somebody hear me? If the contract was also assigned to a third party, guess what the law says? The rule requires the seller to include the holder's rule. Notice in such contracts, so that claims and defenses about seller misconduct, such as seller's misrepresentation or breach of contract, are available to the consumer against the loan holder. Let me, guys, ask you a question. When you purchased the auto loan, when you purchased the car, right? You went to the dealership. Did you get a holder's rule disclosure that tells you that you can hold the seller accountable, and you can also hold the person that they assigned the contract to liable for any misrepresentation, any false claim, any violation of the contract? Did you get your holder's rule disclosure in addition to your Gramm-Leach-Bailey Act disclosure? Somebody talk to me. I don't see. Like, I think what I'm saying probably went over somebody's head. Like, I don't think y'all really heard what I just said. I don't think y'all really comprehend what I just read. Because if y'all comprehended what I just said, Everybody right now should be dropping pure fire in the chat. If you heard what I just said, beloved, you should be dropping pure fire in the chat. Y'all want me to go over it again? Y'all want me to explain it again? Let me know. Put yes in the chat. If no, put no. This is so important. If y'all want me to go back over this again, let me see y'all put it in the chat. All right. I'm seeing the yeses. Britt, let me know what's going on over YouTube. Let me know what's going on inside of Facebook. The holder, all right, pay attention to this part. I'm going to read the rest, but I want you guys to pay attention to here. Let me zoom it up a little bit more, and I want you guys to pay attention to this part that I have circled in red. I want you to pay attention to. It's very important. The holder rule protects the consumer. Who does the holder rule protect? The creditor or the consumer? Drop it in the chat for me. Who does the holder rule protect? The consumer or the creditor? Drop it in the chat. All right. So we know that the holder's rule protects me. So let me see y'all put me in the chat. The holder rule protects me. It protects the consumer. I need us to comprehend and know that the holder's rule protects you as a consumer, right? So the holder rule protects the consumer who enter a credit contracts by preserving their right, to assert claims, preserving your rights to assert claims. So when you find a fraud in the contract, you can sue. You can sue even if it's 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. As long as you have the contract, you can sue. The holder's rule preserve your rights.
I'm currently trying to get my down payment back.
Right? So in the holder's rule, in conjunction with the down payment, these are violations of Truth in Lending, Gramm-Leach-Bailey Act, and the holder's rule. So this is where now you can use consumer law to, one, get your down payment back. Number two, assert your claim based on the violation, the misconduct, or the misrepresentation, or the breach of contract. Is everybody following what I'm saying? Put the fires in the chat, put the goats in the chat, just put goats and put fire in the chat all day. Like, let's make some curry goat. Put the goat in the chat, put the fire in the chat. I need to see goats and fire, right? Now, claims and defenses against any holder, this one. The holder that is being talked about right here is the holder of the contract, the holder of the loan. Who holds the loan contract or who holds the credit contract, right? Any holder that holds a certain loan and credit sales contract, even if the loans or contracts are assigned. Your retail installment contracts are all assigned. A loan, an auto loan is not assigned. So an auto loan would fall here. This is where the auto loan is, A-U-T-O. The auto loan is there. This is where the assignment is. This is where your retail installment contract, or RIC, is. That's the part that speaks about your retail installment contracts, i.e., you go to the dealership and then the dealership assigns your contract to a finance institution, right? So now, the rule requires the rule requires, not beg, the rule requires the seller to include the holder rule notice in such contracts. If the FTC and the rule requires them to put the holder's rule in the contract, if the holder's rule is not in the contract, what is that called?
Fraud.
All right, let me go back over it again. I
Fraud.
want you guys I
Violation.
want you guys to really think about what I'm saying. And guys, just for the essence of the feedback, I want y'all to just drop it in the chat. Look at this again. And this is how I want you guys to break down the word. The laws. The rule requires. Well, requires is a powerful word, but it requires who? The seller. Who is the seller? The seller can be a bank. The seller can also be a car dealership, The seller could also be a mortgage broker, M-O-R-T-G-A-G-E, a mortgage broker, or who else you get mortgages from? Whatever. So it could be a bank, a car dealership, or a mortgage institution, right? That's the seller. It requires the seller to include the holder's rule. And if we're talking about now mortgage, if we're talking about mortgage, we're talking about also the person selling the property. So whoever is selling the property, as a part of the contract that you are signing, the holder's rule need to be a part of it. So if you got a home loan, or if you got a if you bought a house, the seller now that sold the house, and whoever the new holder is of that loan, i.e. the mortgage company or the company that claimed that they gave you a mortgage, this holder's rule now applied to them, right? So that the claims and defenses about seller misconduct, such as seller's misrepresentation or breach of contract, are available to the consumer against the holder. What loan holder are we talking about? When it says available to the consumer against the loan holder, who are we talking about here? We're talking about the banks. We're talking about the mortgage, M-O-R-T-G-A-G-E. We're talking about the bank or the mortgage, whoever says that they gave you a mortgage, or whoever claims that they gave you the auto loan, or whoever claims that they gave you the retail installment contract, right? So when loan holders unsuccessfully dispute claims or defenses covered by the rule, some consumers may seek court costs and attorney fees from the losing party. The commission previously addressed the impact of the rule and cost on attorney fees in May 2019, but some courts and finance company has misrepresented the commission's statement to suggest that the rule preempts state laws that authorize attorney fees award against loan holders. The advisory opinion emphasizes that the rule does not eliminate any rights a consumer may have as a matter of separate state or local or federal law. So basically what that is saying, guys, when you sue and you win, your attorney fees, the holder's rule holds fact that they must pay your attorney costs, right? That's one part of the holder's rule, as well as holding these loan holders, these contract holders, these banks, these firms, these car dealerships, holding them responsible for giving you proper and correct disclosures. Drop some fire in the chat. I hope we are on the same page now. Does everybody get what I'm saying? This is how you get mortgages deleted. This is how you get auto loans deleted. This is how you will get personal loans deleted. The holders rule, and I'll be making a new letter, guys. I'm going to combine the holders rule with the mortgage deletion letter. I'm going to combine the holders rule with the auto loan deletion letter, and then I'm going to combine the holders rule in the request for truth in lending documents or disclosures, as well as the holders rule in the down payment letter. So that's 5 letters. That's 5 letters, or 5 or 6, 5 letters that the holders rule now applies to. And you read it here yourself. This isn't something Doreen is making up. I do not own the FTC websites. I own a lot of websites. The FTC is not one of them, because this is, can somebody read this for me? What is this? An official government website. I don't own any government website, ladies and gentlemen. I don't. This is law. I didn't make this up. This is their law, right? All right, cool. So now we know how to delete mortgages from your from your consumer report. We know how to delete late payments. We know how to delete utilization. We know how to delete auto loans. Okay, good. Doreen, now that I know how to delete these things, what comes next? Well, that's a very good question. I know some of y'all are thinking that same question, right? It's good, Doreen, that you showed me how to get all of this stuff deleted, but can I make money from doing this? The question is yes. Let me show you guys something. Let me show you guys something. Da-da-da. This is a secret. This is only this should only be shared inside. This should only be shared inside the university. But let me everyone in the university, can I give them a preview, a slide preview of the mortgage fraud? Can I just give them a slide preview? Can I? It's a small preview. I'm not giving them all the sauce. I'm not giving them all the sauce. Just a small preview. Can I give them a little?
Just a little bit, Duran. I give you permission.
Just a little bit.
Slice. Just a
Can
slice.
I give just a little bit?
Just a little bit.
All right, just a little bit. Okay, thank you very much. Guys, there's a bunch of secrets regarding the banking industry and the mortgage industry that some of y'all never ever knew. Let me see how many people on here got a mortgage. If you got a mortgage, put the word me in the chat. Let me see how many people got a mortgage. YouTube, Facebook, if you got mortgages, just drop it in the chat. How many people got a mortgage? I'm about to blow your whole mind. See, bankers and mortgage industry holders and hedge fund holders don't want you to know certain secrets. Mortgage fraud is real. Mortgage fraud exposed can stop foreclosure, right? A lot of people don't know that unmasking mortgage fraud is a big business, and this is such a specialized skill that only a few people know how to do this. And now that we have Legal Shield on board, now that you guys are going to have your legal representation, you guys can now demand the chain of custody for the mortgage. You can demand the chain of custody for the promissory note. You can demand certain things now that you have representation that you couldn't necessarily easily get when you were operating by yourself. Let somebody drop the word teamwork in the chat. Teamwork. right? The first thing I want everybody to comprehend is this. This is an absolute fact. This isn't Doreen making anything up. This is a fact. This is a FACT. There are case laws that prove this statement. The mortgage and the note must travel together. Any attempt to separate them would render the mortgage void. Somebody dropped the word void in the chat. The mortgage and the note cannot be separated. Whoever is attempting to collect that mortgage payment, they must hold the mortgage. They must also hold the note. They must be in possession of the mortgage and the note. They cannot be in possession of only the mortgage or only the note. They must have the mortgage and the note.
Does that apply to a second mortgage?
Any mortgage. Any mortgage. Now, the principle that the mortgage and the note cannot be separated stems from the legal concept that the mortgage is an accessory to the note. The mortgage represents the security interest in the property. Somebody type this in the chat. The mortgage represents the security interest in the property, while the promissory note represents the borrower's obligation to repay the loan. I'll say this one more time. The mortgage represents the security interest in the property, right? The mortgage represents the security interest. So a mortgage equals security interest. Mortgage equals security interest, right? Promissory note equals obligation to repay. Where you following? Mortgage is equal to security interest. Promissory note represents or is equal to the obligation to repay. That is why you cannot have a separation of the mortgage and the note. They are accessories to each other. They must travel together. Does everybody comprehend what I'm saying? I need to see them yeses in the chat. I need to see them fires. I need to see them goats. This lets me know that you guys are following what I'm saying. All right. I see a lot of curry goat in the chat. Keep them curry goats coming. Now, where are we? Security interest. While the promissory note represents the borrower's obligation to repay the loan, the mortgage's primary function is to secure the debt. The mortgage secures the debt. The mortgage secures the debt. And it exists solely to ensure that the lender has a way to recover their losses if the borrower defaults on the note. You cannot default on a mortgage. A mortgage is a security interest. You cannot default on a security interest. You default on the note because that's the promise that was made to pay. So when you break the agreement, you're breaking the agreement of the promissory note, not the mortgage. The mortgage is only a security interest. The note is the promise to pay. That is what you're defaulting on. Right? When the mortgage and the note are separated, the mortgage loses its purpose. when the mortgage and the note are separated, i.e., when it goes through securitization, when it gets repackaged or resold on the secondary market, when it gets resold to a different lender, that process is called securitization. That is when the mortgage and the note normally separate. Whoever the holder of the mortgage is must also be the holder of the note. If they have the mortgage and they don't have the note, there is no legal obligation, and that mortgage or security interest now becomes null and void. See, when the mortgage and the note are separated, the mortgage loses its purpose and effectiveness as a security for the debt. If the note is transferred without the mortgage, the new holder of the note, what is this word? The new holder of the note lacks legal right to enforce the mortgage. If they only hold the note, they cannot enforce the mortgage. The mortgage is the security interest. A promissory note is not a security interest. The mortgage is the security interest, right? In a case of default. Now, conversely, if the mortgage is transferred without the note, the new holder of the mortgage does not have a valid claim. Why don't they have a valid claim? Because they are not in possession of the promise to pay. I hope somebody heard me. I really hope somebody heard me. I really hope somebody heard me. All right. I'm not going to give y'all too much. I'm going to stop when this paragraph is finished. To maintain the mortgage's effectiveness as a security for the debt, the mortgage and the note must travel together. I could give y'all some more secrets, but I'm not. You got to be in the university for you to get it. That is called premium information. And that is just a small piece of what is taught inside the university. So if y'all are not in the university, I am telling y'all, y'all are missing out. Y'all are missing out. Let's go back to day 2. All right, so we talk about the mortgage, the late payment, the auto loan, the utilization. So now let's go into the workbook. Day number 2. Now, if that was good, can I get some fire in the chat? If that was good, can I get some fire in the chat? Zoom, YouTube, Facebook. Let me get some. If this was good, I don't see them fire in the chat, man. What's going on? Right? All right. So now we know how to delete stuff from your credit, right? Cool, Doreen. Now we know how to do that. What's next? That's a great question. So we know that the greatest investment you will ever make is an investment in yourself, right? We also know that you are what? 1 letter away. Let me see y'all put it in the chat. I am 1 letter away. Let me see y'all put it in the chat. I am 1 letter away. So we spoke about late payments, utilization, auto loans, and mortgages, right? Y'all are still running the play on the 24-hour express inquiry deletion guide. Now, let's pick it up a notch. Let's pick it up a notch. Oh, no. Wait, not this one. So now we're going to go into the business section of it, which is the lead conversion, social media monetization. So let me, all right, you guys got this, so you guys know where to go and put your testimonial. Social media mastery and lead conversion, right? So yesterday we talked about the avatar framework and lead generation. Today we're going to talk about social media mastery and lead conversion. This is where you get paid, ladies and gentlemen. You get paid through social media and lead conversion. Client conversion, lead conversion, right? This is where a client that was a lead or a lead became a client, because that conversion took them from being a lead to a client. So now, what is social media? Social media is a cash machine waiting for you to monetize, right? Social media refers to computer-based technology that facilitates sharing of ideas, thoughts, information through virtual networks and communities. Social media is internet-based and it gives quick electronic communication of content such as personal information, documents, videos, and photos. Users engage with social media via the computer, tablet, cell phone, metaverse, all the great stuff, right? Now, in the US, we know that there's what? Approximately 333 million people. We know this, right? We also know that 58 to 60% of the United States population have, or should I say, live paycheck to paycheck. When you live paycheck to paycheck, chances are you got bad credit because you are not making enough money to pay all your bills. Payments are late. Collection companies are calling you because you do not have enough liquid cash to cover your expenses. We know this. This is why what you are learning is so important, because you can solve the problem of bad credit for around 195 million people. I'm gonna let that just sink in for a bit. You can solve the problem for approximately 195 million people that live paycheck to paycheck. I'm gonna let that sink in for a minute. If anybody is telling you that the credit market is saturated, tell them to shut up. Shut up, because you don't know what you're talking about. There's 195 million people that's just walking around in these streets with bad credit. And you, right now, you are learning a high income skill. You are learning right now a high income skill that you can get paid per client anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 per client. 10 clients a month, that's potentially $50,000. Easy. Some people make that in a year. What you're learning to make in a month, some people take 365 days to make that. This is the information that I'm teaching you inside the box. This is what you're learning from the university. This is why I am here, to put you in a position so you become financially free. You solve a lot of people's problem and you make a lot of money doing it. That is why I am here. I am the best in the credit game. I am. It's not being arrogant. I just know that I am the best. The best is not the cheapest. The cheapest is not the best. If you want free, go find that dude that teaches free credit repair, because I am not your guy. I'm not. I am only here for you. If you want to invest in yourself, I will invest my time into you. My time is the most precious thing that I got. Because if I lose right now, all the money, all the cars, everything, I can get it back. If I lose 1 hour of my life, I cannot get that hour back. It is gone. I am not a free person. I am not here for free person. I'm not. I'm letting you know I'm not the guy. Go find the other coach that does free training. It is not me. If you are the best, you are not the cheapest. And when you start charging, you're going to charge what? Premium prices, because you are premium and you've invested in your own education. So for everybody on here, my free people, if y'all don't want to drop no comments, it's cool. But for everybody on here that is premium, let me see y'all drop premium in the chat. I am premium. Claim it. Drop it in the chat. So now, social media, right? With social media, there's approximately 4.5 billion users. It could be more now because, you know, we got more people being born. We got more people coming online. We got a lot more people that's using social media, right? So this 4.5 billion, that number might have changed. Now, the types of social media, there's a lot of people that use blogging, they use social gaming like Twitch, video sharing platforms like TikTok, business networks like LinkedIn and Facebook, virtual worlds like the metaverse, photo sharing apps like Instagram. There's blogging, there's so many different social media outlets that you can use to generate income. There's a lot of them out there, right? There's Reddit, there's a lot of them out there. Now, for individuals, which is regular people, social media is where they go and share, oh, I went to Bali, oh, I went to Colombia, look at my really cute photos, give me a like. All right, that part is cool. For a business owner like yourself, well, my avatar is on social media. My avatar has bad credit. How can I, as a business owner, market what I do to my avatar? Well, this is where social media comes in, because overnight and in 24 hours, you can reach hundreds of thousands of people. I'm gonna say this again. Overnight, Nish, are you on your computer?
Yes, I am.
Who's on? Okay, cool. I want you to do a share screen for me right now. I want you to pull up YouTube. I just want to show something real quick. How powerful social media is. It's been about 24 hours or so since my guy, Bandman Kivo, posted an episode that we did. Let's see those numbers. YouTube. Oh, look at us. We're live, guys. We got 332 people. Shout out to everyone on YouTube. I see y'all. We got 300 and we got 300 and what? 335 people watching us right now. So Nish, let's go to Bandman Kivo. Let's go to Bandman Kivo. B-A-N-D. Boom. Let's see how that video has performed since it's been posted. There you go. Scroll down. All right. So in 24 hours, 621,000 people have watched that video. In 24 hours, 621,000 people have watched that video. Guys, that's over 500,000 people that I didn't know just know about me in 24 hours. All right? All right, Nish, let's go back. You can stop sharing right now. What does this mean? It means, guys, ladies and gentlemen, it means that what I'm about to show you is one of the reasons why I consistently make over $100,000 a month. And this is not cap, this is facts. 600,000 new people knows me, right? 600,000. I made a $47 offer. We're gonna do two math. We're gonna do actual math and then the 10% math. Can somebody with a calculator calculate if everybody that watched that episode bought my $47 ebook, what that number is gonna be? Guys, remember, I only got a high school diploma, all right? I need some help with the math. 47 times 600,000, that's actual math. Let's run the numbers.
That's 28 million.
How much?
28,200,000.
28,200,000.
8.2.
It is easy to make a lot of money in a short period of time. If everybody bought on that episode, ladies and gentlemen, in one day, I just made 28 million. Now let's do the 10% rule. 10% of 600,000 is what? 10%, so we take off 10. That gives us what? 60,000, right? So let's put it now, if 60,000 people bought, what our numbers are looking like?
2,820,000.
How much?
$2,820,000.
So 2 mil. So this is at 100%, if 100% of people bought, right? And then if 10% bought, which is 60,000, we're looking at 2 point how much?
2,820,000.
2,820,000.
Yeah.
And they want you to work 1 year for $50,000. Does that math even make sense? Does that math make sense? Guys, this all happened in 24 hours. These are the possibilities. Now, let's say 10% still didn't buy. Let's say 6,000 people bought. Let's go crazy. Let's say 1% bought. 1%, that would be 6,000, right? Now, let's say 1% bought. 6,000 people times $47. How much is that?
282,000.
How much?
282,000.
And this is if 1% buys. 1%. If 1% bought, I made 282,000. Guys, we're talking about
The rank that's 6,000. That's 6,000 times $47.
Yes.
You got it.
Do you guys comprehend that it is easy to make a lot of money in a short period of time versus waiting 1 year to work $50,000? The math ain't mathing. I am teaching you a high income skill. This is a high income skill. That is why, ladies and gentlemen, I only deal with premium people. Why? Because I need you to value yourself. I need you to value your prices and charge what you're worth. You are paying premium to learn this information. You are paying premium joining my mastermind, joining my mentorship, joining my university mastermind, and the mentorship. They're all the same thing. It's just different words. You're paying premium for this. You need to charge premium. You have not because you ask not. You have not because what? You invest not. You have not because you don't believe in your own capabilities.
Professor,
I believe in me.
need that $6 million house down the road for me. It's like 6 minutes. It's 6
Claim it.
with 2 elevators. It's beautiful.
Put it on your vision board. Claim it. You know the math.
That income to sustain that. And you just showed me
You
how.
know the math.
You just showed us how to do it.
Can somebody drop some fire in the chat for me, please? Can somebody on YouTube drop some fire in the chat for me? Can somebody on Facebook drop some fire in the chat? Don't forget my goats, all right? Drop the goat. Drop the goat. Don't forget the goat. The fire and the goat, now they go together. That's curry goat. Drop the curry goat, all right? So now, let's go back over to why social media is so important. Guys, overnight on social media, if you learn what I am teaching you and execute the plays the way it's being taught, you can become potentially a millionaire overnight. Once you get the information, the skills, the strategies, and the play, you can literally become a millionaire overnight on social media. This is the importance of knowing your avatar. This is the importance of knowing how to speak to your avatar. So when I tell you guys, write your elevator pitch out, I'm not telling you because I want to tell you. I am telling you because it is important. People need to know who you are and what you do so they can buy from you if you resonate with them. You need to know who your avatar is. Once you know who your avatar is, you know how to speak to your avatar. If you know how to speak to your avatar, then now you know to go on social media. You know how to market. You know how to solve their problems. Congratulations, you've just mastered and learned how to print your own income. Congratulations. Somebody drop some hands in the chat because that deserves a round of applause. Woo! All right. I just went through benefits of social media. You can literally become a millionaire overnight. It's crazy. So top social media apps, we got Facebook, Facebook Messenger, Instagram, WhatsApp, WeChat, TikTok, Twitch. There's a few more. Bigo, there's a few more that you guys are on. What is the use of social media? We just talked about it. Regular people use social media to advertise their vacations. Business owners, we print money off of social media. That is what we do as business owners. We print money off of social media. That is what we do as business owners. We print our income. Right? So lead conversion. What is lead conversion? Lead conversion is where Doreen, I'll use myself as an example, right? Doreen goes on an interview, right? Doreen goes on an interview. We have the person that is interviewing Doreen, right? So we got this person right here that's interviewing Doreen. We got our headphones on. Right? And we are talking. Right? So we're talking right here. Now, on this interview, Doreen gave an offer for $47. My content is so good that you cannot resist buying it because I'm what? Solving your problem. Right? I'm solving your problem. Now, right now, everybody that's in podcast world, right? Everybody that's watching the episode, you are a lead. I don't know you, you don't know me, some of you might, but you're not in my ecosystem yet. You are minding your own business, watching me give mad game on this podcast, right? That's what you're doing. You're just watching me give game. But then you decided that my game was so good, and the fact that I helped you, you decided to buy my $47 item. You have now moved from being a lead to being a client. As a client now, coming in at $47, I gave you an opportunity to join my challenge. You can join it for $97. You can join it for $297. You can join it for $749, right? Depending on where you came in, it gave you different benefits and different discounts. So now you're on the challenge, right? And you're like, yo, Lorraine, you gave me so much game. I know exactly what I need to do. It's time for me to get on a sales call with James, Emil, or Gonzalez, G-O-N, or get on a call with Gonzalez because we need to join the university to learn more. Right? You need to be a part of CLSU. This is where a client moves from free to paid to the ascension ladder. Right? These are ladders. These are ladders. That's taking you to the top. So a demonstration of the ascension ladder would be, let me find the ascension ladder so I can show it to y'all. Oh, okay. Strange. Oh, here we go. So let me give you an idea of what the ascension, nope, not that. What the ascension ladder looks like. The ascension ladder should be, I think it's here. Nope. You know, I just saw this stuff, man. Where did it go? Nish, do you remember where the ascension ladder is?
You can find it in the PowerPoint presentation.
It exists by itself separately too. I saw it yesterday.
Let me see if I can find it and drop it.
Okay, cool. I know it's here somewhere. I know I saw it. All the files were here and I did see it. I don't know why I didn't pay attention. All right, when Nish finds that file, I'll show you guys what the ascension ladder looks like. The ascension ladder is a beautiful diagram that you can use as a guide on the flow of how you want your clients to go. I know I saw this. I can't remember what it is right now. All right. So now, when we go back to day number 2, and we are on playbook. So people buy for one reason and one reason only, right? People buy for one reason and one reason only. Your job as the CEO is to make people feel like buying. How do you make people feel like buying? You need to solve their problems. People will pay you to solve their problems. Can we all agree? Can we all agree that what you are learning right now is a skill that can solve people's problem? Yes or no? Put it in the chat. Can we all agree that you are learning a skill right now to solve other people's problems? So you're learning a skill to solve other people's problem. And before I even go any further, what do you guys charge for credit repair right now? Just drop it in the chat. What do you charge for credit repair right now? I want to see what numbers you guys are charging. Drop it in the chat. All right. 500, 500, 997. What else? Come on, guys. Radical honesty is the most important thing because we have to address these things. All right. If you're in the university, I want y'all to off mic. University students, how much at a minimum do you charge for your consultative services?
$1,000.
Minimum.
1,500.
Minimum. Who else? Guys, the best.
2,500 to move a bankruptcy.
Good. There we go. Everybody on here tonight, everybody on here, I want you to put in the chat right now, double my price. Drop it in the chat. Double my price. Drop it in the chat. Double my price. If a client asks you, why are you charging so much? The best is not the cheapest. The cheapest is not the best. When I fix your credit, you can get funded up to $100,000 in credit cards and lines of credit. I'm hearing some feedback, Nish. Could you assist me, please? Right? When you fix somebody's credit, they can go get a mortgage for $1 million. They can go get lines of credit for $25,000, $30,000, $40,000. So why am I going to nickel and dime my skill? Why would I do that? And I know that I can set you up with a profile where you can go get $100,000 or more in funding. You can then get an LLC and duplicate yourself 10 times and have $1 million worth of credit. But I'm going to charge $300. Are you out of your mind? I'm not the cheapest. If you want somebody to nickel and dime, go find the guy that's doing free credit repair. I am not your guy. I'm not. If you want the best, you must become the best. Know your worth. Know your value. Charge what you are worth. You are being taught by the best credit repair business owner coach. Hands down. Hands down.
Curry goat.
Come on, drop them curry goats in the chat. You are being taught by the best. Why should you, after spending a premium on your education, be the cheapest in the block? Why would you do that? Come on, somebody talk. Why would you do that? How can you be the best and charging the cheapest prices on the block? Come on. I don't see Louis Vuitton lowering their prices. I don't see Hermes lowering their prices. I don't see Gucci lowering their prices. They have a standard and a brand integrity to maintain. How much is your brand worth to you? Let me ask you that question. Those nights when you're up studying, you're up watching the coaching videos, you're up on the coaching calls, those sleepless nights of sending out dispute letters, and you want to be the cheapest on the block? Well, hold up. All of that studying, all of that commitment, and I'm going to be the cheapest on the block? What? Oh, hell no. To the no, no, no. No, we're not. So, lead generation is one of the single most important things you will ever learn as a business owner. When you generate leads, you need to learn lead or client conversions. You need to learn how to move a client from free to low ticket to a challenge to a course. The lead list, and I should say the client ascension, goes on and on and on. Your job is to go back on the podcast, right? This is what you're learning in the university. You're going on the podcast. You're going to drop that game so good that they cannot refuse your offer. Your offer is so irresistible. And guess what, guys? Let me share a little secret for y'all. See, in my university, we don't teach credit repair. No, we don't. And I know somebody on YouTube is saying, well, Daraine, if you don't teach credit repair, what do you teach? We teach how to become a financial strategist, not a financial advisor, not a financial literacy strategist, a financial literacy coach, a business strategist, a thought leader, a consumer law thought leader. You are going to learn this high income skill, and you will offer credit repair for free, because what they are paying you for is your consultative services, not credit repair. Credit repair is free, but in order for them to get free credit repair, they must enroll you and become a client. Did everybody hear what I said? Yes, you can do a monthly retainer. So one business model could look like this. Your consultation should never be free. At a minimum, $300 for your consultation, at a minimum, right? And at a minimum, charging $1,000 for enrollment, right? At a minimum, charging $1,000 for enrollment. This $300 now is for the consultation. Why do we charge for the consultation? Because we are not attracting free people. We don't want free people because they're going to waste our time. We don't want free people. When someone gets your consultative services now, they decide that, okay, I'm going to become a client. This $300 now goes towards the enrollment fee. The enrollment fee, now that is $700, right? So 7 plus 3 is equal to $1,000. Now, you can have a monthly retainer of $99 or more, whatever you feel comfortable charging, for a period of 12 months. That's one client, right? So if that is one client, so you're getting $1,000 upfront, $1,000 upfront, and at a minimum, it's so easy to get 10 clients, guys. Come on, it's super easy to get 10 clients. So you get 10 clients a month, right? Paying you $1,000. That is what? 10,000 per month. When you add your monthly retainer of $99 and you have 10 clients, we got 10 clients again, 10 clients paying us an additional $1,000 a month, right? So this now is times what? 1, So this is for the year. This is 10, no, that's for the month. 10,000 per month. 10,000 per month, and then you're getting them paying you another $1,000, right? So now we are at what? 11,000. So it's plus, not multiplied. It's plus. Plus another 1,000. So now you're at what? 10,000. You're at $11,000 per month, right? That's just from 10 clients. 11,000 a month multiplied by 12 is how much? Can somebody multiply 11,000 times 12 for me?
I think it's 132,000.
How much we got? $11,000 times 12.
132,000.
132. Shout out to the mathematicians in the house. This is per year. Per year. That's only 10 clients a month. 10 clients. Guys, there's 195 million people. And you're telling me you can't get 10 clients a month? 10. Just 10. 10 clients a month.
Can you do the math on 80 clients? I came across 80 clients in this year. If I would have put them in this system the way you saying it, how much I would have made?
All right. So, Coy, how much do you currently charge right now? Tell me your prices.
I just raised my price Monday to 2,500.
All right. So we're charging current market value price, right? 2,500. Coy had 80 clients. So it looks weird with the bigger number at the top. Let me let's put the bigger number at the top. So Coy had 80 clients right here, right? And she was charging 2,500. Somebody do the math for me. 80 times 2,500 is equal to how much?
200,000.
So Coy, that's 200 grand. Now, these 80 people are also paying $99 a month. So 80 times 99 is how much?
$7,920.
All right. So 7,920. So Coy, if you're doing 80 clients a month at $2,500, you would be at $200,000 per month, plus your $99 continuity fee or retainer. So now we are going to add this, and this makes Coy at $200,000, $7,920,000. Wait, do I do it right? Zero. It's not zero. 200,000, 207,920. Coy, this is per month. This is not per year, Coy.
That
That
sounds
is
like
per
a
month.
$15 house. I'm
If
so
you get 80 new clients every month, Coy. And remember, if you get 80 clients per month, if every month you're increasing the 80 client per month, right? You're going to be making the 200,000 addition, which is the 80 new client. But there's more to it than that, because now this 99 that you're paying a month gets increased by the amount. You get what I'm saying?
right.
So every month, if you get 80,000 you're adding to your 7,900 an additional 7,900. So for every 80 client you bring in every month, your $7,920 doubles. Guys, it is easy to make a lot of money in a short period of time than it is to make a little bit of money over a long period of time. Don't let people lie to you. It is third grade math. Now, tomorrow, we're going to go into client ascension. So we did the first part, lead generation, right? Lead generation is the amount of client you're bringing in and how much you're charging or how much they're paying, right? Lead conversion now is having them paid and then the amount. So right now we've covered day 1 and day 2. Koi, what is 207,920 multiplied by 12? Let's just see what you'd be making a year. How much?
That's $2,495,040.
2.4 million, Koi. Welcome to the Millionaires Club.
Sounds good.
Congratulations, Koi. You became a millionaire. All you need is 80 clients a month. 80 clients a month make you a millionaire. Can you believe it? 80 clients a month. And they want you to go to school, get a job, work for 40 years.
And save money.
And save money, and they're printing it. So this is where we stop tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 2.4 million, Koi. Welcome to the Millionaires Club.
Well, thank you for having me.
Oh my God. If tonight was good, let me see y'all just drop some fire in the chat. Let me see y'all drop some goat in the chat. Let's just be great. Success loves speed. I'm going to say it again. Success loves speed. I'm going to say it one more time. Success loves speed. So tonight, I know I gave you guys a lot to think about. You guys got a lot of information. You guys got a lot to do. You got homework that needs to get done. Y'all need to start your YouTube channel. Y'all need to step y'all social media game up. The math is clear, ladies and gentlemen. The math is clear. I'm going to say it one more time. The math is clear. So everybody tonight, tomorrow, I'm going to take this to a whole nother level. I want to thank the team. I want to thank everybody for participating. I want you to take a screenshot. Let me show you guys the screen again. Take a screenshot. And I want y'all to think about this tonight. Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. This is how, or should I say, this is the amount potentially that you are leaving on the table, trying to be the cheapest on the market. 80 clients a month, that's it. 80 clients a month. There's 195 million people with bad credit. And you're telling me you can't get 80 people to fix their credit? The math ain't mathing. I'm quite sure y'all know more than 80 people. So what I want you guys to do tonight, I want you to make a post, right? I want you guys to make a post. I want you guys to make a post tonight. The post is going to say this. I want you guys to make. The post is saying, I am looking to help H-E-L-P, to help 10 people repair, rebuild their credit. T-H-E-I-R, their credit in the next 30 to 90 days. DM me the word credit. Or you could say, text me the word credit to whatever your phone number is if you got a business number. Take a screenshot of this, and I want you to make a post. Put it on your Instagram. Let me make you take a screenshot first. Take a screenshot of this, guys. I am looking to help 10 people or 10 families or whoever, 10 single moms, 10 single dad, whoever. I am looking to help 10 people repair, rebuild, restore their credit in the next 30 to 90 days. DM me the word credit. You're going to post this on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, Snapchat. You're gonna post this on, what's that, Twitter? Post it on Threads. Post it on Bigo. What else am I missing? Twitch. Facebook.
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. Oh my God, I forgot about WhatsApp. WhatsApp. Post the same post on all your social platforms and see if you're not going to get more than 10 people saying yes or DMing you the word credit. Just post that. Post it. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain, because at $1,000 per client, congratulations, you just made an extra $10,000.
Can you please go back to the last screen?
Not
this one.
That one?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yep, take a screenshot. And tomorrow, I want to know, post this tonight. Post it tonight. So you can post it as a regular graphic text, but you can also post it as a video. Videos, people love watching videos. The results you got from today, post those results. Post those results, and you will see how easy it is to get your first 10 clients. So easy. So easy. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, have a great night. My voice is going, so I will see y'all tomorrow. I look forward to hearing how many new clients you're going to get tomorrow, as well as run the 24-hour play. I still need deletions. I still need y'all deleting those charge-offs, collections, student loans, whatever. And when you're running the 24-hour play,
did after the class last night.
Hold up, wait a minute. I'm hearing the feedback somewhere. Thank you. when you are running the 24-hour play, and if the representatives say, is there anything else I can do for you? That is a green light for you to tell them every single negative account on your credit. YouTube, you have been blessed tonight with a 1-day pass to our 5-day challenge. If you do not join the challenge, you will not have access tomorrow or for the rest of the week. This is just a taste of what you guys are missing. All right? So, Emil, Gladys, Britt, I want y'all to go over to YouTube, and I want you guys to just drop the link over there, drop it in the Facebook group so that they can be on tomorrow. But guys, if you don't think there's enough value here for you to come over, well, you know, you're gonna lose out. You will lose out on the rest of the week. You're gonna lose out on the education. You're gonna lose out on learning how to make anywhere from high 5 figures to 6 figures to even 7 figures. I'm giving y'all the whole strategy. So you'll be missing on that. You're gonna be missing the coaching session. Y'all are gonna be missing everything. So tomorrow, make sure you guys are on the challenge. The links will be in the description. The links will be in the comments. I will see everybody else tomorrow. Let me go nurse this voice. I don't want to lose it. We still got 4 days to go. And some of you are saying, there ain't 4 days. Yes, on Saturday, I'm giving you guys an extra day. All right? It's called our brunch and learn. You get an extra day on Saturday. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, everybody have a wonderful night from your favorite island boy. Pinky's up, baby.
Good night,
Good night, Ray. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.